Pay close attention. I am currently conversing with you directly. This is not a casual message. This is a divine warning. You are about to receive your life's most significant blessing. However, I must inform you of a critical situation. You will miss this message if you ignore it. The blessing I have reserved specifically for you will be forfeited. Your struggles and your heart are clear to me. I understand that life is frequently hectic, which may cause you to lose track of my voice. However, I ask that you pause and pay attention. This blessing is not appropriate for all people, intended for those who hear and follow my verbal commands. This blessing will be lost if you turn away now. The most important blessings I bestow are not presented in the form of ordinary gifts. They arrive with a sense of readiness, faith, and obedience. You must not be hesitant when you hear my voice. Exercise faith, because the timing is perfect. Ignoring my voice is dangerous because it keeps you from enjoying abundance and hardens your heart. Examine the narratives I've previously shared. Adam and Eve lost paradise when they refused to follow my instructions. Separation and anguish ensued as they listened to another voice. The Israelites repeatedly disregarded my instructions, resulting in a 40-year wandering in the wilderness. King Saul lost his kingdom as a result of his disobedience. These narratives are more than just examples of ancient history. They serve as active lessons for you today. By ignoring my voice, you separate yourself from the plan I have for your life. I wish to bestow upon you an abundance beyond your comprehension. However, you must be prepared to receive. I understand that you have uncertainties and fears. You are unsure whether my assurances are correct or if you are deserving. I wish to inform you that my blessings are reserved for those who have faith. Your faith unlocks the doors to blessings. However, obedience is an essential component of faith. Not partial or hesitant obedience, but full trust and action. I've not come to impose a penalty on you. I am here to help you live a purposeful, joyful, and peaceful life. However, I want you to understand that disregarding me has consequences. When you refuse to listen, your spiritual growth suffers. Your vulnerability to lies, fear, and frustration grows. I am blessed with a sense of calm that soothes the turmoil in your heart. The ability to overcome any obstacle, and the joy that radiates during adversity. However, if you disregard my advice, you will not receive these blessings. I'm currently urging you to reveal your heart. Please do not postpone the matter until a more appropriate time or day. This blessing is currently in preparation, but it will not be delayed indefinitely. The enemy tries to divert your attention, but I am more audible. Listen carefully to my voice and respond with confidence. Your breakthrough has arrived. I ask that you disregard any barriers that may prevent you from hearing me. Fear, pride, doubt, and impatience are clearly present. Allow them to leave. Please approach me with humility and a desire to comply. This is the point where blessings begin. I'm your Father, Provider, and Savior. I hope to bestow upon you blessings that exceed your wildest expectations. Yet, it is your responsibility to listen and comply. Faith without action is not faith. If you hear my voice instructing you to move forward, forgive, give, pray, or trust, act right away. This is how one gains access to blessings. I assure you that I am capable of handling any challenge. I have the ability to change your circumstances. I am capable of recovering what has previously been lost. I have the ability to bless your work and multiply its impact. Please keep in mind that blessings aren't just material. They provide you with inner peace, relationship restoration, physical healing, and spiritual joy. I want to shower you with these blessings. Therefore, today, choose to listen and obey. Avoid being distracted or discouraged. I am eager to shower you with abundant blessings. Avoid hardening your heart. Please be aware of my tone. However, the consequences of disobedience go beyond simple blessings. You are deprived of my presence, peace, and security. Select life. Decide to completely trust me. I am your dependable God, and I will never leave or abandon you. This will be my final speech. Please do not disregard my voice. Only a decision stands between you and the greatest blessing of your life. Say yes, and let your heart open. Accept my words, my blessings, and my love. Your most promising days are yet to arrive. I have prepared a table for you in front of your adversaries. I'm your rock, fortress, and deliverer. A significant and positive change has occurred. You must prepare for the impending event, which is currently underway. There are entities that may try to perplex you, but I have already resolved them. Every single one of your experiences is well known to me. Acknowledge that a decision has been made based on your circumstances, and you may be surprised by the outcome. A significant improvement has occurred. It is critical that you are aware of the upcoming events, which are currently underway. I have already taken action on your behalf, despite the fact that forces are attempting to impede your comprehension. Please consider this a direct message from me. My beloved child, you have expressed your most profound aspirations to me, asking when your circumstances will finally change. I am pleased to inform you that the waiting period has ended and the issue has been satisfactorily resolved. The following is a wonderful blessing. However, exercise caution. If you turn away now, you risk missing the path that leads to this goodness. As a result, I implore you to stay with me until the end, as you will quickly understand why your name was inscribed with favor. I'm addressing you specifically. This is not by chance. Yes, there are many others in the world, my dear one, but this message has reached you. I transported you to this region in anticipation of a season of renewal, unhindered vision, and freedom from constraints. I am currently sharing this information with you. Please listen carefully, my child. The impending event will alter your perception of your entire journey to this point. My beloved child, you may feel exhausted, hesitant, or even ignored. However, you have reached a critical juncture. Currently, there is opposition to the path that I want for you. My child, you have persevered in difficult circumstances. Although others only saw your effort, I recognized your spirit, which is why I am taking action at this time. This isn't just information. This is a critical assertion, in my opinion. The waiting has ended. Nonetheless, it is critical to remain spiritually vigilant in order to embrace the impending changes. I will begin my efforts on your behalf as soon as you receive my message with faith. The fact that you were able to experience your problem is more important than how it was resolved. You were aware that it was over in your heart. It has ended at this time. Something came to an end. However, be aware, my child. Your journey did not end with that. It was only the start of your conflict. When I conclude a matter, it means that it has been resolved. My beloved, every lie spread about you, every impediment to your progress, and every attempt by the adversary to undermine you have been exposed. I made the decision on your behalf. The enemy tried to persuade you that my silence meant I had abandoned you, that blocked paths were rejections, and that not being observed meant you would be punished. However, I am pleased to inform you that your concern has been addressed, as I have already devised a plan for my child's future. It also exudes calm, happiness, abundance, and security. I did not decline, my child. I responded, "Not yet. You are not being punished by me. I was preparing you for a better opportunity than the one you requested. It frees you from everything that the adversary tried to keep you from having. I saw you weeping in solitude at night. The times when you kept a smile on your face despite being in pain inside. You generously contributed, but were ultimately left with nothing. I am currently addressing all of the issues. However, one aspect is often overlooked. When I close a case, the adversary's conflict usually escalates. What accounts for the frequent escalation of spiritual distress before a period of blessing? Regardless of how many tears you shed in solitude, they were all noticed and experienced. I witnessed every quiet breakdown, every scream into your pillow, and every instance in which your hands trembled from the strain of progressing. I never averted my gaze from you. I was there for you, feeling your emotions and ensuring that your spirit was not broken by what you couldn't see. While others slept, I watched over your soul. It's possible you would have surrendered. It's possible you had a valid reason for quitting. It would have been simple for you to give in to your sorrow and take the easy way out. However, you chose to continue walking. Despite your uncertainty about whether I was listening, you whispered your prayers. All of the internal conflict, private war, and hidden pain were incorporated into a sacred memorial. You distributed your emotions one drop at a time, as if they were gifts. The world of eternity was turned on its head by events that were kept hidden from everyone else. You did not have to make any noise in order to communicate with me. Your determination when you were alone was stronger than any shout. Some people built their faith around tangible objects, whereas you built yours on the assumption that you couldn't see or touch anything. You stood up because you thought it would be safer to fall. You spoke life even though everything around you was death. Although it appeared that you were grasping at nothing, you refused to let go of my hand. Individuals rarely exhibit such fortitude. There are few people who have that level of faith. The only people with that kind of spirit are the ones I've chosen to guide the next phase of my success. You were being observed, but you were not aware of it. Angels stood beside you in those dimly lit rooms. Every time you whispered my name through tears, the atmosphere changed. The demons were frightened away by your willingness to surrender rather than your physical strength. You did not reprimand them as you had more time than they did. This is the reason why the situation is currently in flux. The period of your life during which you wept in solitude is about to be transformed by divine intervention. Promises are being made in places where none existed previously. You will now be astounded by the locations where you were previously sad. I am refraining from providing you with this item due to my sympathy for your situation. Your heart is prepared for it to depart. I have been evaluating progress by my purity and persistence, while the rest of the world evaluates it based on noise and numbers. You remained in the absence of a plan. You persisted in your endeavors when others ceased. Currently, the entire process you underwent behind the scenes is about to be showcased on the stage of my mission. I desire your fame, but I also desire my own. I commence the process of undoing all actions that appeared to be unfixable at this juncture. It commences at this point, where you used to sit in silence and question whether I remembered you. Indeed, I do. I shall never forget. Not a single second. It appeared as though there was no reason to continue, but I observed the conflict that was taking place within your soul. Your heart was aching from the sensation of quietness. Nevertheless, you selected me in some manner. Voices both internal and external imploring you to abandon, cease believing, and cease hoping in order to safeguard yourself from disappointment. But you did not cling to hope in a blind manner, even when it appeared to be a risk. In the midst of the internal conflict between self-preservation and surrender, between logic and obedience, and between fear and faith, your breakthrough occurred. Additionally, youngster, you were unaware that you were currently participating in an examination that is exceedingly difficult to pass. You placed a greater emphasis on my words than on your emotions. Although your observations were inconsistent with my assertions, you maintained your adherence to my statements. Worship eliminates the apprehension. By choosing me despite your fear, you alleviated your anxiety. This distinguishes the uncommon from the numerous. You did not adhere to me solely for the sake of amusement. You maintained your loyalty to me because you were aware of my integrity. This assessment concludes when you determine that you need me more than your emotions. Your reply is eagerly anticipated. Declare the statement with confidence in your heart. The conclusion of your examination is imminent. My intentions for you and my child are now more imminent than they have ever been. The enemy attempted to deceive you. However, I have already made up my mind regarding my course of action. My dear, there is a matter that you must comprehend in its entirety today. Something that the enemy has made a concerted effort to conceal from you. The enemy is apprehensive about your future, not your past. It was not entirely arbitrary. Every obstacle you encountered, every delay, every moment of disappointment, and every seemingly obstructed path. Recognize this, my child. Upon observing the beneficial influence I intended to have on your life, the individual who opposes me was frightened. He devised a plan to divert your attention, demotivate you, and sap your strength after recognizing your role in my plan. His preferred instrument is confusion. He insinuated false notions into your mind, my child, with the objective of not only preventing you from continuing, but also causing you to stop yourself. Things such as, you are undeserving of any good, your prayers are not being heard, and it is too late for you. However, I am now disclosing the truth to demonstrate that none of those assumptions are accurate. My dear, pay close attention. The individual who opposes me is most apprehensive about the possibility of you awakening and placing your trust in me rather than your emotions. The act of performing this alters everything. I will be forthright. The purpose of hardship was to prompt you to question the terms of our previous agreement. However, they were taken aback by your unwavering resolve. Despite being wounded, you persevered. But you persevered despite the tears. I have concluded that this season has concluded due to the fact that the path I established for you remained unobstructed, despite the fact that some individuals distanced themselves from you. The conflict has concluded. What appeared to be suppressed has been made public. Ambiguity has been eliminated. My child, what does this imply? It implies that I have already determined the commencement date of your journey, and nothing can prevent me from accomplishing my objectives. Nevertheless, I do require that you possess a steadfast resolve, a clear inner understanding, and unwavering trust. You are not obligated to accept uncertainty, despite the possibility of its emergence. My power commences to function immediately upon your unwavering declaration that I place my trust in God rather than my emotions. Is the alteration more than merely an emotion to you? I assure you of this. You are transitioning from a state of uncertainty to one of transparency. Presently, my domain is to rectify any distortions that my adversary attempted to perpetuate. Away from the distractions that entice you and toward the objective I established. From fear to trust. You are fortified by adhering to this reality. Declare it, confirm it, and embrace it. The grip of uncertainty begins to weaken as you express it. When your inner self establishes a connection with my truth, the fog dissipates. The influence of deceptions diminishes. I would like to assure you that all matters have been resolved in your favor. I implore you to listen to me, my dearest child. Even in the presence of apparent tranquility, I maintain my interest. My abundance is complete, even when you believe you have little. I am able to draw closer to you, even when others withdraw. I ensure that my strategy is not postponed. You are present at the precise moment that I require your presence. During challenging times, do not question the truth of my statement, as it was evident. Speak with courage and allow your self-assurance to surpass your anxieties. Due to the fact that this transcends mere words, it is a tangible demonstration of your confidence in me. I have already secured the world in which you are about to enter. You are not required to navigate the road ahead independently. It is not a mystery. I have already cleared the path and designated the destination. My instructions are your responsibility, and you are to rely on the inner serenity and calm promptings I provide as validation. Do not make the mistake of assuming that the challenges of the past dictate the future. The past has equipped you with the necessary skills. It does not foretell your future. Your future is determined by my word and my intentions for you. The emphasis of this period is on the full embrace of what it means to be my beloved child, prepared and positioned for purpose. You were refined by the challenges in order to withstand the pressure of the subsequent phase, rather than to be shattered. You are now equipped to recognize opportunities that you would have otherwise overlooked, to accept the abundance I have prepared without feeling overwhelmed, and to maintain your resolve in situations where you would have previously wavered. My child, allow your heart to be receptive to the full expression of the individual I have created you to be, rather than merely to receiving. This reprieve is not temporary. This marks the commencement of an enduring reality that I have established for you. My child, you have come this far, and I can see the aspiration in your heart. You have listened, you have waited, and you have pursued the truth, and I am grateful for your concentrated attention. Please acknowledge this, my dear. This is a sacred alignment that I have devised for you, not merely words you have heard. The season I refer to is this one, the precise moment when the door that has been prepared for you stands open and the waiting gives way to breakthrough. I now call on you to enter that door without hesitation, confident that I have cleared the way myself. Many individuals abandon the blessing as it is about to arrive, allowing fatigue or other distractions to detract them from the fate I have predetermined. Do not relinquish the advantages you have already acquired in the invisible realm. Your faith, agreement, and willingness to accept are the keys to unlocking the full extent of what has been prepared. Allow this message to resonate within you. I am unable to stop speaking, and each word I utter is infused with wisdom and direction for the future. Therefore, I request that you receive the subsequent message that I have composed. Demonstrate your sincere agreement with this fact. Inform those who require this message. This light is visible to those who are also seeking their breakthrough as a result of your loyalty. Please be assured that I am by your side as you align your actions and emotions with the words I have spoken. My hand is in your possession. My beloved child, you are enveloped in my steadfast love and safeguarded. Continue in tranquility. You are at risk of losing everything if you disregard this message. However, if you comply, you will receive all that I have promised, and more. I am the Almighty God, and my affection for you is infinitely greater than you can comprehend. This blessing is your inheritance. Accept it with confidence at this moment. Amen. My beloved, you've been staring at certain doors for months, if not years. Doors representing advancements, breakthroughs, opportunities, and the next level. You've been standing in front of these doors, unsure whether you need to knock or if you have permission to approach them. However, I am informing you at this time, knock. You must be determined when you knock, because I have opened every window of heaven in your life, not just a few or one, but each and every one. After years of delay and disappointment, the floodgates have rusted shut, effectively closing them. I manually ripped them apart. It is now dispensing all of the abundance that has been reserved specifically for you. It does not come in a trickle or measured drop that must be carefully stored and stretched to last until the next blessing. It comes in a torrential downpour, so powerful that you won't be able to contain it. The barns of your life are where you keep your hopes, dreams, and resources. They are not appropriately proportioned for the items I intend to present to them. You will need to mature. It will be necessary to expand its size. To be prepared for abundance that exceeds your expectations in your current circumstances, you must devise a strategy ahead of time. Your life will be complete with all of the necessary components. That must be repeated to ensure that it is deeply ingrained in your heart, where doubt has sprouted like a weed. Before you took your first breath, you didn't need any resources or items to complete the task I assigned you. One tool, one connection, one opportunity, and one available door. None of them. It is now time for me to show that I am Jehovah Jireh, the God of all generosity. Not the God who barely completes tasks. God does not only provide what is required for survival, and the God who provides beyond what you can ask or imagine is generous, extravagant, and compassionate. The season of scarcity has ended, and the season of abundance has begun. I will then demonstrate the actual nature of my provision. You have been restricted for an extended period of time. Everything is meticulously measured to ensure that the limited resources you have are sufficient to meet your needs. You've been self-limiting, sacrificing, and convincing yourself that abundance is only for others. Although God may give others an abundance, your portion is meant to be modest, measured, and barely adequate. Just, you've been telling yourself these lies when you're alone, thinking about your resources and how they'll grow into everything you need. Using your own intelligence and strategy, you have developed a plan and conducted calculations to determine how to convert insufficient provisions into adequate ones. Furthermore, I have seen you bear a burden that was not yours to bear. It has been amusing to watch you become involved in the process of generating supply when I am the only source of supply. You were never instructed to handle the situation on your own. I am relieving the stress that has been building in your chest as you consider your current needs. When you compare what you have to what you need, you'll notice this tightness makes breathing difficult. I am releasing the fear that keeps you awake at night, causing you to consider the possibility of not having enough in various situations. It is currently quieting down as I prepare to demonstrate an item that will forever negate the influence of financial concerns and insufficient resources. It is impossible for you to be impoverished while I am your provider. Not likely. It's not improbable. It is impossible because I own all the property. I own all the cattle on 1,000 hills. Every mine, vault, and account contains silver and gold that I own. I have access to resources from entire countries. You're my child. I feel affection for you. I have been called, chosen, and set apart for a specific purpose that requires a specific provision thanks to your influence. In addition, I never instruct someone to do something without first providing them with all of the necessary resources. You've been thinking about the doors in front of you for months, if not years. These doors open up opportunities, breakthroughs, the next level, progress, promotions, Connections, relationships, businesses, creative projects, and dreams that you've been holding back. You've been hesitant to approach these doors, unsure whether to knock or not, and whether you're allowed to speak with them. I'm not sure if someone with your history, background, failures, and feelings of inadequacy has the right to approach such a significant door and act as if they belong on the other side. You've been hesitating, second-guessing, and attempting to talk yourself out of making the decision. You've been listening to voices telling you to stay in your comfort zone, stay hidden, and avoid pursuing opportunities that are beyond your abilities. If you recall, I initially led you to this door and waited for your arrival while you thought about it. I didn't present these opportunities to you with the intention of discouraging you from taking them, lacking the confidence to knock. I've brought you here so you can take a walk. I'm informing you at the moment. Ring the bell. When you knock, use force. Knock using your preferred method. You should knock with the confidence of someone who understands that the Creator of the world is with them and supports their right to be there. Knock with conviction, avoiding fear. No apology can be conveyed with a soft tap so inaudible that the recipient may not notice it. However, you can take comfort in the fact that you made an effort. Not at all. Knocking with confidence. Use your authority to knock. God has opened the doors, and no one can close them. Therefore, knock with the intention to be sincere. Furthermore, it is critical that you seize any opportunity that may arise from God. I am putting an end to the fear that has kept you from seizing these opportunities. It is not my voice that is whispering. You are unprepared, unqualified, unworthy, and lacking in the necessary qualities. How will the public react? What if you are unsuccessful? What happens if you are rejected? I'm terminating it due to non-ownership. This is not the way I communicate with my children. When communicating with them, I use terms like calling, capability, and divine enablement, rather than phrases like not good enough and fear. When I summon you to the door, I have already informed you of what is on the other side. Upon my summons, I have already advanced all of your necessary resources to a new level of proficiency. When you enter that door, you will not realize you are in over your head. For years, I've been preparing you for this moment, which you'll discover when you walk through that door. Every adversity, disappointment, and closed door you've faced in the past has prepared you for this present opportunity. Do not seek permission from people who lack the authority to do so. Refrain from waiting until you are ready, because readiness comes from obedience, not hesitancy. Do not wait for the fear to subside. The absence of fear does not imply courage. Even in the face of fear, the choice to persevere is yours. I do not solicit individuals, so there is no need to wait for ideal circumstances. I place them in situations that require their reliance on me. I then arrive and show that my grace is sufficient and that my power grows stronger when I am vulnerable. The door is visible. I'm situated behind you. This is the right time. Request assistance. I am providing you with an abundance of opportunities, and you will be unable to keep track of them. Before you have a chance to fully comprehend the situation, a blessing will appear on the other side of the door. Another door will open, followed by another. The rate at which you will move from opportunity to opportunity, breakthrough to breakthrough, and provision to provision will be so fast that you will not have time to express gratitude for one before the next arrives. It's suddenly the season in which both acceleration and delays end. This season is distinguished by the inability to crawl, rather than the ability to run. During this time of year, tasks that used to take years to complete are now completed in months. Tasks that used to take months now take only weeks to complete. A task that used to take weeks can now be completed in one evening. I've been collecting blessings for you, storing and stacking them up. I responded to each of your prayers that appeared to go unanswered. I was simply waiting for the appropriate moment to respond. I nurtured the seed of faith you planted, despite your limited resources. I had only anticipated the harvest season. I was watching every act of obedience and every moment of faithfulness when you chose to trust me despite the fact that the circumstances were causing you to panic. I was following the narrative. I was planning a reward for you while you were faithful. Currently, the vault is about to open. The storehouse is set to open soon. It is now possible to harvest in a single season what you have sown over several seasons. And as you begin to internalize this truth, I encourage you to formalize it. What should you leave in the comments? Amen. Not just a word, but an agreement you've made with God. I am giving up everything in order to acknowledge your willingness to accept it. It is not just a comment. You sign the covenant by typing it. Your approval of the doors that are currently open is acknowledged. This implies that you agree to my relocating on your behalf. It's time to type Amen, and heaven will record your response. I have a lot more to say about the upcoming events, so please be patient. I do not have any deficiencies. I am eager for you to fully comprehend this matter. I am not a deity with no tasks. There is a finite supply of goodness in the world. As a result, I am not a deity who must choose between blessing you and someone else. I am not a deity who is limited by the economy, market fluctuations, political unrest, global crises, pandemics, recessions, inflation, or any other factor that makes people concerned about their supply. I am not affiliated with those systems. I created the resources before developing the systems that facilitate their distribution. I can provide you with resources in a conventional or unconventional manner, using channels you expect or ones so unusual that you won't be able to explain how they arrived other than the fact that I sent them. The upcoming event will be supernatural in nature, unrelated to your job, business, investments, hard work, or connections. Supernatural provision manifests in ways that are beyond human comprehension, economics, or logic. Assistance comes from sources you were previously unaware existed. Food that is delivered to you rather than having to look for it. Providing an item at such a precise time that you are certain it must be mine, as an individual could not have coordinated the supply to meet your requirement in such a way. Do you recall when I fed 5,000 people with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread? I am proficient in that particular branch of mathematics. Neo, I have a mathematical problem that appears illogical on paper but is logical in my mind. It involves multiplication. You are going to give me the 5 loaves and 2 fish that you have, which you believe are insufficient to meet the immediate need. I'll demonstrate how to multiply it. Tatie, it will grow in size as I hold it in my hands. You will see an abundance that is not only enough for your own consumption, but also for the sustenance of others. You will be able to be a blessing by facilitating the flow of my provision into the lives of those in your vicinity who are also in need. You are moving from a state of scarcity to one of abundance, from a state of constant need to one of plenty. This will not take years to occur. As the process progresses, the difference between one year and the next will be almost imperceptible. It will occur quickly. It is expected to be very dramatic. Anyone who reads your narrative will notice that something supernatural occurred immediately, given the significant effort you put into your work and the minimal progress you were making despite this. They will be unable to attribute your success to your own intelligence, diligence, or efforts. They will have to acknowledge that God intervened. They are obligated to compliment me on the behaviors they witness in your life. That is exactly the point. I'm not just bestowing blessings on you to make you feel better. Your life is a testament to my goodness as a result of the many blessings I bestow upon you. They can inquire about me if they want to know how you went from barely surviving to overflowing. This will show that I am genuine, good, and faithful, and that I keep my promises through your abundance. As a result, people who have been struggling with their own inadequacies and doubts about my ability to serve will be able to look at your life and feel encouraged. They will see my actions for you and conclude that I am capable of doing the same for them. I am your provider, so you will always have what you need. However, the tranquility and peace you seek are on their way, not because things are about to improve and there will be no more problems, but because you are about to understand the situation on a deeper level than simply knowing that. You are on the verge of reaching a place where you can rest, not only physically, as you will soon discover, but also spiritually. The peace that comes from not having to deal with every problem. You are not required to devise solutions, because my name is Jehovah Jireh. There is no need to worry about the origin of your food. I am the God who anticipates your needs before you become aware of them, and I have already made the necessary arrangements. When Abraham brought his son Isaac up the mountain to be killed in accordance with my command, he inquired about the location of the lamb for sacrifice. Also, Abraham said something significant. He did not say, "I hope God provides," or "I am trusting that God might provide," but rather, "God will provide." This is the present tense, indicating an immutable entity. When Abraham reached the summit of the mountain, he pulled out the knife. However, I intervened, and a ram was discovered in the thicket, its horns entangled. Abraham named the location Jehovah Jireh because it was exactly what was needed, arriving neither early nor late. The Lord will take care of everything, just as that mountain taught him a lesson about me that he will never forget. He discovered that I consistently deliver the specific items they require on time. You are currently standing on a mountain, confronted with a situation that requires a resource that you do not have, a requirement that exceeds your abilities, and a requirement that you are unable to meet independently. You want to find out where the lamb is. You want to know where the provisions funding comes from. From your current vantage point, there appears to be no way out. However, I will inform you of the information I provided to Abraham. The regulation has already been implemented. It's entangled in the tangle. You are unable to observe it at this time because the appropriate moment has yet to arrive. You will look up and see the preparations I have already made for you. When you reach the point of complete surrender, where you are willing to follow my instructions regardless of their logic, you will realize that I have never been late before. I was consistently prepared. I was never surprised by your requirement. I had already prepared the provision before you knew you needed it. This is how I operate. I am always prepared and anticipating your needs. It is critical to have the necessary resources, people, opportunities, and open doors available as I develop solutions weeks, months, or even years before you realize you need them. I have already met those requirements. That is not the way I conduct myself. I am not in a hurry to determine how I can help you. I assume the initiative. I devise strategies in advance. It appears to you as a sudden miracle, but it was actually initiated by me a significant amount of time before it occurred. Heaven's windows are open to your life. This is not a figure of speech. This is not a language used in poetry. This is the spiritual truth. I have opened the floodgates of the heavenly realm that will exist throughout your lifetime. What had previously been withheld is now being distributed. What was previously conserved is now being released. As the appropriate season arrives, what was previously reserved for that time of year is being distributed. You are about to enter a period of tremendous blessings that will be difficult to comprehend. This is not because the blessing was insufficient. You will need to expand to accommodate its sheer volume. Broaden your perspective. Develop your faith. Raise your expectations. Do not say prayers as small as your doubts. Begin praying for prayers that are as powerful as the support I can offer. Do not request an amount insufficient to meet your requirements. Prepare to request an abundance, surplus, and lavish provision so that you will have plenty to share. That is the gift I wish to give you. It is detrimental to your health to constantly be on the verge of survival. If you live in a state of abundance, you won't have to worry about your own supply because you'll know it's secure. Alternatively, you could focus on the ways you can help others. The scarcity mentality that has been pervasive in your mind is now breaking. That programming that tells you that there aren't enough resources or food, and you have to compete with others for a piece of a finite pie. I'm deprogramming my kingdom because that's not how it works. My kingdom is always overflowing with abundance. In my kingdom, food and supplies are always replenished rather than depleted. I return to you what you have given away. So, in my kingdom, the more you give, the more you get. You cannot extend your forgiveness any further. You are unable to distribute an excessive number of items to the point where you exhaust your supply. Because each time you use the resources I've provided, I replenish the well. I guarantee that you will receive a harvest with significantly more seeds than the number of seeds you planted for each seed you plant. You were concerned about demonstrating kindness because you believed there were insufficient resources for everyone. You were certain that distributing an excessive amount of money would leave you with insufficient funds for your own needs. As a result, you have been preserving, protecting, and clinging to the few resources you have. You were concerned that if you opened your hand, the contents would disperse, leaving you with nothing. Fear is a familiar emotion for me. I understand what it's like to feel like you don't have enough to share. Nonetheless, I'm about to demonstrate that this is false. I provide you with more than you give me. The more generous you are, the more abundance I bring into your life, because I believe in people who are kind and provide well. I am confident that if I bless them, they will not keep it for themselves. This item will be circulated. They will move from lakes to rivers. Rivers are always clean and abundant because they never try to contain the water that runs through them. I'm constructing a river for you. You will be extremely fortunate to be able to bless others. You will be so well cared for that you will begin to provide for others. Your abundance will be so great that you will be able to help those in need. This is the most exceptional type of blessing. In addition to receiving, I act as a conduit for other people to communicate with me. In addition to receiving care, it is possible to give care to others. Not only are your needs met, but you are fully supplied to the point where you can meet the needs of others while still having enough to do for yourself. The doors I am opening for you are not just financial ones. Opportunities. Relationship doors. Strong doors. Opportunities for advancement. Doors of favor. Additionally, doors that allow access to previously inaccessible areas. Doors provide access to previously inaccessible stages, audiences, markets, industries, and regions. I will open them all at once. No longer will you have to wait years for each door to open. Several doors will be opened simultaneously. You will need to prioritize which opportunities to pursue first, as there will be many of them. I'm going to present you with the following issue. The issue is abundance, not scarcity. Not a small number of options, but an excessive number. They're trying to figure out which open door they should focus on, rather than wondering if any door will open. It is advantageous to have this issue. This is the type of issue that comes with being fortunate. to determine how to manage the abundance I have provided for you, not just to determine how to live one's life. You will need wisdom, not to locate provisions, but to manage surplus. My assistance will be needed. As I present you with this season's assignment, you will need my assistance in selecting and opening the doors that are best suited to the task. When I say bless you, I do so after careful planning and consideration. I bestow blessings upon you strategically. Each door I unlock serves a purpose that is related to yours. I intend for each provision I make to help you complete the specific assignment I have assigned. With each opportunity that arises, your goal is to move closer to the goal I have set for you in life. There is no possibility. There's no waste. Each action is deliberate. As a result, refrain from pursuing everything that appears to be advantageous. When the doors open, the provision flows, and the opportunities multiply. Alternatively, look for my visage. Please notify me of the doors that are yours. Inquire with me about the likelihood that your life will align with my plan. Inform me of the location to which I will transport you. Then proceed through the doors that lead to the destination. There's no reason to be concerned about missing out. You are not required to consider scarcity, which can give the impression that you must seize every opportunity because you may not be able to get another. In the past, people held this view. You adopted this strategy at the time because you believed resources and opportunities were limited. In contrast, you now have the luxury of being selective in this new era of abundance. Because you are saving for the best opportunities, you may overlook good ones. You are confident that the appropriate doors will remain open until you are ready to pass through them, allowing you to avoid open doors that are not relevant to your assignment. I will not let you overlook what is yours. I will not let an excellent opportunity pass you by because of your inability to seize it due to intelligence, speed, or wiring. The item you received is labeled with your name and will be waiting for you. It'll still be there when you arrive. What was intended for you cannot be appropriated by another person. No one else is permitted to pass through the door bearing your name. A chance that I have specifically reserved for you cannot be taken by another person. Don't be concerned. Reduce the level of effort. Avoid scrambling. Don't keep living your life in fear of missing out on opportunities. You will not miss an opportunity if you are not paying attention. I will make certain that you are in the appropriate place at the appropriate time. You are fully prepared and understand that this is your entryway. Alignment is extremely important right now. You are approaching a level of blessing that you have never known before, and in order to fully experience it, you must stay in contact with the prophetic words being spoken. This is why I strongly advise you to subscribe to this channel immediately. When you press the subscribe button, you will hear a bell. Subscribing to a channel is more than just following it. It is also about participating in the prophetic movement. You say, God, I want to stay in tune with every word you're saying. Subscribing is an act of positioning. This ensures that you never miss the message that will lead to your next big breakthrough. The natural blessing that I send into your life will help you complete your spiritual mission. The opportunities that arise in your professional, business, or personal life are designed to enable you to make a greater impact on the kingdom. Everything I give you serves a purpose beyond your personal gain. All of this is interconnected with my current activities and my intention to use you in that capacity. As a result, make certain that all of the items I provide you with are kept with a kingdom-centric mindset. Perceive each blessing as an opportunity to advance my mission. Accept every opportunity to expand my kingdom. I am confident that you will successfully complete the assignment I have assigned to you with the help of all available resources. This will allow you to effectively manage blessings, make good use of provisions, and approach opportunities with a kingdom mindset. This prepares you for even greater blessings, as I believe in people who understand that the focus is not on them. Individuals who intend to use my abundance for their own benefit are permitted to possess it. I have the ability to open significant doors for others who will use them to further my goals and purpose. You are that person. You have demonstrated your dependability. You have demonstrated that your intentions are consistent with mine. You have demonstrated that you are motivated by my interests, so I can entrust you with significant blessings, opportunities, and an abundance of sustenance. The upcoming journey will be characterized by acceleration. Events that were once protracted will now move quickly. Tasks that used to take years to complete will now be completed in months, if not weeks. Ideas you thought would take years to manifest will suddenly become tangible. It's a divine acceleration. I'm accelerating the timeline because the preparation is finished and the time has come. You're prepared for the upcoming events. I have provided you with the necessary items. I've prepared you. You were installed by me. Everything I've been working on behind the scenes is finally a reality. Prepare for the unanticipated. Prepare to act quickly. Prepare for expedited shifts. The period of delay is over. Therefore, prepare for rapid manifestation. The anticipation has ended. We are currently in the season of breakthroughs. Remember to give me credit as you navigate this season. Please remember to talk about the actions I took. Please ensure that you return the individuals to me. This is due to the fact that the blessing you are receiving is intended to demonstrate my loyalty. The provision you are experiencing is intended to demonstrate my authenticity, concern for my children, and accountability to them. I hope to demonstrate that I am fulfilling my obligations by passing through these unlocked doors. Your life conveys a message to others. It is similar to a sermon, your testimony. I am who I claim to be as a result of your innovation. If you felt a transformation while reading this message, you may have been spiritually affected. I would like you to take another step toward alignment. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. To activate the bell, click the subscribe button. Each subscription acts as a conduit to the divine. You say, I am aligning myself with prophetic words that will influence my destiny. This season, you will hear word after word from God, and you must be ready to receive them all. You'll be in the flow before you know it. It helps to maintain a connection to the source. Execute the action instantly. Enroll now to ensure that you are aligned with God's current activities. Do not disguise it. Do not dispose of it. Do not minimize the situation. Allow everyone to observe it. Pay attention to this. Allow it to direct people to me. A blessing's primary purpose is to, in addition to simplifying the process for you, I hope to increase my visibility. In addition to meeting your requirements, I want to show the world what I'm capable of. To use your abundance as a testament, encouraging others to connect with me. Not just to provide you with abundance. Being a blessing is a gift in and of itself. You are cared for so that you can take care of others. You keep the doors open for those who follow you as you move through them. In this cycle, the kingdom is blessing you. It is not automatically transferred to you. It permeates your body. It is brought to you in order to be passed on to others through you. The kingdom expands in accordance with its flow. It grows as it is passed from you to others and then returned to you in greater abundance. Individuals who were presumed lost have been found. The injuries are improving. Those who have lost hope can regain it. People suffering from depression can discover their inner strength. This has always been about me getting the spotlight. My name, my kingdom, and my goal. You have the privilege of taking part in it. You will serve as a vessel for me. I am channeled through you. You are given the opportunity to assist me in carrying out my duties. And that is the most important goal, the highest calling, and the greatest honor. As a result, you should be confident heading into this season. Enter these doors with confidence. Express gratitude for this blessing. This provision should be used with caution. Use this abundance to benefit the kingdom. Observe as I accomplish far more than you could possibly hope or imagine. As a consequence of my personality, that is my occupation. I am currently implementing the same action in your life. No shortages will occur. You are supplied with all necessary items. The room is devoid of closed doors. You have access to all of the materials required to complete your assignment. You're fortunate. Your reputation is favorable. You are well cared for. You have everything that is required. You've got everything in order. I will always be by your side, no matter what the circumstances. Just one more thing before I send you into the season of abundance. Avoid looking backward. Your past should not determine your future. Do not let yesterday's misfortunes limit your ability to achieve great things tomorrow. The objects behind you serve a purpose. That was its goal. You gained new knowledge. You developed in the way that was most appropriate for you. However, it is now time to proceed. Straight ahead. Eyes that are acute. An unambiguous vision. You are confronted with the promised land. It is not located behind it. Abundance is imminent. I'm not behind you. The open doors face toward the front, not in reverse. Do not dwell on the loss you have experienced. What was unsuccessful? What was unsuccessful? That which was concluded. Alternatively, what made you feel down? Face the forward direction. Anticipate upcoming events. Maintain your focus on me and the future I have planned for you. Still, you have the most exciting times of your life ahead of you. They are ahead of you. The most significant victories you will ever achieve have yet to occur. You're still standing in front of the most important doors you'll ever pass through. The most delightful sensation you will ever have is approaching. You will soon experience the most profound tranquility you have ever known. The most valuable provision you will ever receive is currently being delivered to you. Do not let the adversary convince you that the most memorable moments in your life have passed. Do not let setbacks convince you that your most recent breakthrough has been accomplished. Don't let past failures convince you that you can't succeed in the future. The entire situation is a fabrication designed to stymie your progress, prevent you from progressing and accessing all of the resources I have available to you. Proceed. Perform the necessary actions. Please request that the person living next to you enter the premises. Pursue the next opportunity. Don't give up on making the next important discovery. Believe me for the following section. I am guiding you to a better future than the one you have previously known. A future full of divine connection, limitless potential, new opportunities, supernatural provision, abundance, and blessings. This is not a far-fetched future. This isn't just wishful thinking. I prepared this reality for you, and it is ready for you to enter. If you want to grow in faith, you must be confident that every action you take is guided, supported, and will lead you directly to the fulfillment of my promises. No shortages will occur. This is my last message to you, my final assurance and unwavering declaration. No shortages will occur. I really believe it. Have faith in it. Put your weight on it. It should be the driving force behind all of your decisions, prayers, and movements. I act as your provider. Your source is me. I am your source, and I have consistently achieved success. Never, ever, ever. I'll be present for you. I am reliable. You do not need to be concerned about any aspect of your life because I will provide you with all of the resources you require at the appropriate time. I am this way. I am currently performing this task for you and will do so for the rest of your life. Walk peacefully. Make sure you walk with caution. Proceed with enthusiasm. Please feel free to stroll. A lot of walking. Proceed with blessings. Comply with the law and begin walking. Triumphantly march. Join me on a stroll. Remember that I will be by your side throughout the journey. I will care for you, protect you, guide you, bless you, open doors, pave the way, and ensure that you always have what you need because you are mine and I am accountable for what is mine. The windows provide us with a view. The doors are not secured. The provision has been eliminated. The abundance is in flux. The blessing is yours. The favor is now operational. The breakthrough is being realized. The promises are being fulfilled. I am seeing the results of my predictions. I am confident that all of the things I have stated will happen. I am currently completing all of the tasks I promised to do. The transition is already underway as you read these words. The transformation is underway. Things are moving from scarcity to abundance, from closed to open, from negative to positive, the change from delay to suddenness, and from insufficient to more than enough. This is your opportunity. It's now your turn. It's now your turn. Additionally, it will be outfitted with all necessary components. Acquire it. Really believe it. Stroll through it. Subsist on it. Proceed from here. Make decisions in line with it. Pray from it. And proceed with confidence as it is accurate. This is the truth. It's a reality. Proof has been established. It's been completed. No shortages will occur. I've stated it. I've already stated it. I have clarified the issue. Furthermore, what I've established is permanent and cannot be changed, rearranged, or reversed. It will always be present in every direction, including above, inside, and around you. No shortages will occur. I can assure you of this. I can assure you of this. Allow this to be my declaration of authority over you. Please digest all of the information. Have complete confidence in it. Make sure you are standing on it. Your life will demonstrate that I am reliable, benevolent, and trustworthy, and that I keep all of my promises. Amen. Although you are hearing this word for your own benefit, I encourage you to consider someone else who needs this information. Perhaps a friend has been struggling with a lack of resources. It is possible that someone in the family has lost their optimism. Someone who was present with you may have spoken to you before this message arrived. I would like you to convey this message to them right away, while the anointing is still strong. Select Share and send it to the recipient. The last section of this message is now available. The moment when one goes from hearing to having, from faith to walking in. Please write in the comment section below, My breakthrough is here. This is not the same as my breakthrough is imminent. My breakthrough is currently taking place. I'm optimistic that my breakthrough will happen. These words are not meant as a commentary. They are a flag that you intend to plant in your promised land. It appears that you are informing all of the spiritual forces who are watching that you have the possessions that God has bestowed upon you. Okay, you can proceed at this time. Type, "My breakthrough is here," and then continue to the next stage of your inheritance. If this message spoke to you, please consider sharing it with someone who could benefit from it. To receive this blessing, simply type "Amen" in the comments section. By following this channel and setting alerts, you will never miss a message from God. Because these words are His direct message to you. Additional messages will follow, strengthening your faith, inspiring optimism, and reminding you that the one who created the universe adores you deeply. This season should not be completed alone. Maintain communication with this Christian community that trusts God for breakthroughs, provision, and miracles. We are eager to be present to celebrate your testimony when it arrives. Maintain communication, keep your faith, and prepare for God to act in ways beyond your expectations. Son, when you rely on Him to provide for you, you will never be without anything because He is dependable. Before you leave, I need one more item from you. Please forward this message to everyone who is currently on your mind. Press the share button to notify your family, friends, colleagues, and the person who is having difficulty believing. A prophetic word isn't just a video. By sharing it, you help another person make a significant change in their life. In my kingdom, there is also a rule that I want you to understand. The more quickly you achieve your own breakthrough, the more you help others achieve theirs. Immediately take on the role of the channel. Distribute this information. Give up on it. Observe how God uses your obedience to speed up the process and benefit others. Share what He's doing with you and send it to someone who needs it today. Permit the anointing to permeate you. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Accepting this invitation grants you immediate early access to potent content and heavenly insights that are now unavailable to the broader public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred area where you will receive unshakable support, spiritual guidance, and speedy progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. Action is required. Your abundance is ready.